For the very latest news from Thailand, this is the Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. If you could like and subscribe, well, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. A medical fund is to be established to support costs of uninsured tourists here in Thailand who have accidents. The Ministry of Tourism and Sport and the Ministry of Public Health have announced the 50 million baht medical funding designed to assist foreign tourists in case of accidents. Before any wannabe visitors decide to save the cost of what's already cheap travel insurance, it's worth noting that the funds are unlikely to provide other than state hospital treatment and will not cover accidents caused through law-breaking, risk-taking or stupidity, so are unlikely to cover riding bikes without helmets or without licences. The programme is set up to provide tourism safety and relief on a case-by-case basis in the event of accidents, crimes or other unfortunate events or disasters. It applies to tourists here short-term only for leisure and not in any way resident, and at the moment will be free of charge, but with plans previously discussed to add a cost onto arrival fees which may go into effect later. It's also worth noting that this is an accident plan and not one that then would apply to medical conditions. So travel insurance is still a must for all, except of course for the outright risk takers who come here. A government panel turned down proposals to scrap the ban on alcohol sales in Thailand between 2 and 5 in the afternoon. The proposal sent to the Alcohol Beverage Committee for review by the Cabinet was turned down by representatives of 5 different ministries, including those of tourism and health, with the major issue being the possibility of an increase in drink-related accident and crime. The remains of a 24-year-old British tourist who drowned in the Suratani Reservoir after kayaking there without a life jacket has been recovered by rescue teams. The man was reported missing at the weekend, and at the time rescue teams along with divers searched to no avail. The British Embassy and his family have been notified, and a reminder is out that registering to sail on those types of reservoirs is highly recommended, as is the wearing of life jackets at all times. Thailand's Prime Minister has encouraged the Customs Department to clamp down on cheap Chinese imports, often being offered in markets and online here, amid claims that the current waiver of taxes on imports under 1,500 baht will be nixed. That then would make it tougher for those selling here from China on sales platforms too. Seems though that many are importing in bulk, sorting here and then selling on, avoiding tax and hurting local manufacturers who are unable to compete with the price. Of equal issue is the matter of goods certification, required for many products such as creams, meds and foodstuffs. Thai police have liaised with their counterparts in Interpol after reports that 2 Cameroonian nationals fled the country after being suspected of the killing of a Burmese businessman in the capital. Said to have relieved him of 5 million baht, the duo flew to Singapore this week ahead of police discovering the Burmese man beaten to death in a condo. It's likely that he was initially swindled by the pair and beaten after he tried to recover his money. Pollution levels yesterday were at a high in the capital, making visibility even of 100 yards difficult. Planes flying into the capital landed blind, using instruments only to get wheels down, a procedure that many are more than used to at these times. How bad? Well, IQ air levels were at 180 at times. This morning, Pattaya registered around 48 at sunrise. For the capital, though, it will be much, much higher, and all are being advised not to exercise there, with many locals continuing to wear masks outdoors, and the week saw the city government allowing staff to work from home in order that they can avoid the smog. As promised, holders of more than 1,000 SIM cards who didn't register them in recent weeks, following a warning to do so, will now see those cards cancelled. The move, aimed to reduce online and phone crime, was put into place by the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission with a deadline of this past Wednesday. And when an elderly Thai lady fell into the Chao Phraya River as she boarded a river taxi boat, it was 2 English-speaking foreigners who rescued her, with a man diving in to help her to safety and then ensuring that she was okay. The language barrier made conversation impossible, and now her daughter is hoping to find the couple and thank them personally, so much so that she's asked for help on social media. Sometimes it's nice to be nice. Meanwhile, at home and in Pattaya, today sees the opening ceremonies of the Pattaya International Beach Football Cup 2024, heralding a series of games with teams from around the world playing at the beach football stadium on Jomtien Beach Road. It was the turn this week of an American woman to make headlines as she claimed erroneously that she'd lived here in Pattaya as a homeless person for 5 months, having only had $7 to live on. Obviously impossible, and done in the hope that her social media channel would reap the bucks, she's hit news headlines around the world. No dosh, no home, and probably no shower. But somehow she managed to film, edit and post on social media while travelling around here before finally disappearing to the capital. As we all know, the bus to Bangkok alone would have wiped out her savings, if that had been the case. Funny? Well, for sure, as the response online hasn't been in her favour, and no word on what visa, if any, she's using to be here at all. And for football fans, a great weekend ahead as Premier football star Razore Ruddock is in town on Saturday. Once one of the hardest players in soccer, Ruddock appears at the Pullman G Hotel on Saturday for an evening of talk, chat and meet and greet, with a gourmet buffet promised. The evening highlights the better side of the city, and that's promoted by High Life Management. Tickets, 2,500 baht, and High Life Management's team is available through Facebook, and that's not one to be missed for sure. And with the Met Office promising highs today and over the weekend of around 31 degrees, dropping down to 26, showers at times but otherwise partially sunny, and the real feel of 37. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.